Okay, hello. Hope you have a nice day. Should be all good. And yeah, so we're back here on Fox 7 Done, and I'm gonna continue to try to play maybe one game today because I'm a bit late comparing to other days. So sorry for the latency. And let's go and switch the screens for the start. And let me just run some ads to start here. And yeah, the problem of the day here today, so try to make something out of this shape as black. Yeah, try your best. So try to think it's even if it's alive or a core. But yeah, need to try to figure out what is the best thing to do here. And as the hint, you have these two weak stones here on the left side. So you want to kind of use the opponent's weakness to make an eye here, or threaten to make an eye, because black has already an eye here at e1, so you need to create another one. And the hint would be to try to use this kind of weak connection from white here on the left. So yeah, here it goes. And yeah, I think we should be good to go. Gonna wait a little bit and then try to find an opponent. Yeah, so if you have any suggestions, any questions, I'll be happy if you can type in the chat. Also, YouTubers, if you're here, nice to see you. And yeah, okay, let's go and start finding someone. Yeah, my headphones aren't connected to the... Okay. Okay, so if you haven't checked my YouTube channel yet, I'll be happy if you can do so. I'll be trying to post some content in the near future, so I'll post a link over here in the chat. It's also on my channel if you want to go and check. And yeah, if you want to take a look, I'll be trying to post more content there in the coming days if I can. And I have an idea actually of a video that I wanted to make for a long time, which is how to count in like over the board. And Intricate, nice to see you. Hope you're good. So yeah, that was one idea I wanted to actually make a video about, like how to count over the board, because I've seen a lot of people struggle. I think once you can kind of learn, should be quite easy to do. Had a very nice game this morning. Okay, that's nice to hear. I think you're improving, so it's so good. Okay, let me switch the screen, so black today. Boom, let's go. Let's make go practice playing for itself. You can see why it's the most effective kind of training you can do. Okay, so white's gonna play this one. For now, I'm keeping playing this as black just to gain a bit more experience. Maybe I could change sometime. Yeah, maybe in the next few games. I found a nice Neon Keen correction Tesuji. Yeah, this one is pretty good. Yeah. I want to actually make some problems from that book Tesuji, because it's And I'm finding it 1,000 times more useful. Yeah, you could say like it depends, because it's it covers like different types of situations, like with different type of goals, with like cutting stones, trying to take stones, and there's like different theme. So yeah, maybe in your case, it could be a bit better to emphasize on that, because yeah, life and death could be also a bit tunnel visiony, but it's always based on that. Usually, if you are good at kind of life and death problem, you will become good at Tesuji problems like kind of naturally, because you need to have like good intuition. Okay, so I'm playing this usually with this setup, trying to make this kind of right side potential big. But the key with this enclosure, depending on white's move, you want to be a bit flexible. But if white tries to take the corner here, you want to go and make this side big. So against this one, I'm just going to approach here. I guess you could also take the corner approach here, but it seems much more natural to play here. So white can respond, play this one to follow up here. Enclose the corner could be a choice. Also push here is a pretty nice point. Putting pressure here. This one you don't see it often. It's more like this pincer over here. Don't know the reason why, but probably because black just jumps and it's fine. I guess you could also take the corner here if you want to be a bit more flexible. Just take the corner, let white have this. It's a bit kind of overcrowded here. But yeah, I think the usual plan for black is to jump here and then counter pincer something here. And try to use this kind of influence for attack. So yeah, I'll go and jump here. So usually respond this way and then yeah, pincer over here. So what is good about this move is also prevents white playing at L17 here. And this is always a point that white wants to play pretty much. So if you can take this away, kind of feel good about it. Maybe you could go high. Like this could have been something. Because this way white can maybe attach. Try to lean on this stone, even though it strengthened this side. Kind of makes this group a bit stronger. Yeah, so capping here, don't think it's the right direction usually, but it increases here at this side. I think here we should shoulder it. So you want to try to run away. It's whether you want to shoulder it here, Kosumi. But I think I'm gonna go shoulder it because I'm going to trust my instincts here. Push here, this one extend. If we can put pressure on this one stone and then counterplay over here, should be fine. So this one just extending, because if you jump, there's a bit too much weakness over here, like peep, peep here, for example. As black, you want to counterplay something over here yeah, in the future. So continue the attack and then kind of see the timing when you can go. I play on the other side because I think you can still go in the corner and also play on the stone. Yeah, it's always a kind of interest slide you can keep. But for now, it's important to kind of go outside. So white is aiming at this and also trying to run away. I think something around here is normal. Against attach, you just take this. Maybe you could extend here. So attach, hane, cut, extend could be a thing. Yeah, I want to have a support stone over here in case white will follow up with this kind of straight away. Yeah, there might be hane, cut here, extend, and if white tries to trade for the corner, you could slide here and take this area. Let's go here. But I'm bad at late invasions. Oh, you mean for black on this side? Yeah, for now the focus should be on the attack, so I think this should be good. And you need to have some sort of plan against some counterplay here, but I think it's hard for white to really try to play this, for example. Black can just push through, Atari just push. Yeah, I don't know if the plan of trying to play this and getting cramped like here was good. The problem here, this stone is better to be around here in terms of territory. If you get played here as black from black, this stone suddenly becomes a bit awkward or wasted. So yeah, it all depends how you can kind of use your stones. As black, because you kind of spend some energy around here, you want to use it to kind of attack. So it makes sense to kind of go from the top side here, maybe profit on this side. This should be extend. Against bamboo, trying to just extend over here naturally kind of takes away the weakness here. Maybe hane, but that one is going to be attached over here if push, cut, connect, block type of thing. Yeah, I'm going to extend here, seems natural to kind of take the eye shape away as well. And if this one, you can strengthen this here. Yeah, I'm pushing towards my territory, but it's with this stone, I kind of want to counterattack much more than. And as black, if you just profit on the right side a little bit, should be enough. But yeah, kind of saying that you want to continue to attack here. So it's important for black to continue to have some sort of attack. Maybe against this you actually push and kind of give up this to take this whole center. I mean, could be a plan. So this one just push. If hane something like Kosumi and you take the whole side, but then white can settle around here. Maybe this is why white is thinking here. Bamboo giant, if you just extend, white will connect. Yeah, so it's either way. You want to push here, give up and let white settle. Or you just continue to protect here to continue the attack. The problem is if white can settle here, there might be some counterplay on these stones on the left for me, so I don't know. You need to connect these two stones though, like you cannot block this one out, just push and cut. And if black can take these two keystones, it is going to be really difficult for white, so because then black has no weak group left and you can still continue the attack on the outside. And when you say thickness on the left, this is not really thickness because there is something even, yeah, this one or here. So I'm not seeing this as a thick move. White needs to put like some move over here to really call kind of territory around here. So this kind of thing, there's honey. So I don't want to play this too much. Yeah, probably just extend. And then we can keep having this slide, for example. Maybe this kind of jump honey tiger's mouth type of thing as well. Yeah, you want to continue to kind of attack and let white have no eye shape here. Because naturally you're going to profit on this side if you can keep attacking. So one thing we need to pay a bit attention is this push and cut here. Maybe jump. I mean, Hane, there's probably some cutting problem. Maybe Hane, cut, jump could be a thing. And Slipu, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much. Yeah, so Hane maybe cut, you jump, so maybe white's not gonna choose that. Yeah, if you can Hane without getting counter punched, you definitely want to do this. But maybe just jump. It feels a bit overplay-ish because there's here as well. Yeah, this is definitely a spot you want to think. Like, do you want to Hane and against Hane just extend, because double Hane there might be just cut, push through. Yeah, you don't want to just play on the bottom side simply. Maybe on the cost of double Hane, you could let white kind of Atari push through here, surround here, and then play on the bottom. Like, there might be this kind of moves, but probably the most kind of sure way for the shape and to continue without any weakness is probably this jump around here. And again, switch, you can just Atari connect, strengthen around here. Yeah, we're gonna jump. And EduQ, nice to see you. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, hope you're enjoying the game here. And I think, yeah, this looks like good attacking spot for black. But yeah, probably there was more aggressive moves like Hane. But again, you need to be really confident about like what to do against counter punches. So I feel like this way it's a bit more solid. So you could continue with something around here. Or try to counter punch now on the left side right here, because this is the weak spot. Maybe here to threaten this kind of cut over here. But this one, there's this kind of attach that white could play. Yeah, it might be a bit annoying. So against Spencer, just jump, threaten this one. Yeah, let's go for trust our instincts this game. I'm gonna try to continue with this theme. I don't know how to continue directly the attack on this side of the board, so decided to play this kind of big point first. And we'll see what kind of sequence happens. Maybe white will try to push and cut here. Maybe this kind of thing right away. But then you push this attachment. I'm not too sure if it's kind of taking this weak point away, but yeah, you making black shape a little bit awkward after this kind of wedge over here. Maybe it's about like attacking this one stone, not too sure. But yeah, this one you should connect. Yeah, I think you don't want to play this, like you take some black weakness away. Could attach, could jump. I think the most natural move is to jump simply here. Could also peep this way. Connect, kind of play this one. Yeah, I'll probably jump. I don't know. I'll go with the instincts. And Tabi Moan, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hi, nice to see you. Hope you have a nice day. So yes, black, if you surround here, also the corner shape group is not 100% alive. I think this attach is pretty bad in my opinion, but maybe there's some wedge stuff that white could counterplay. You could push here, let white honey and just take the center.
秒読みを始めます。
Or just continue the attack by kind of descent. Kind of want to descend here, and if white blocks, maybe jump something around here. Looks good.
1、
Because this one, there's still this peep over here.
4、
And if
5、
connect Kosumi
6、
or turn.
7、8、9。
I think this is a bit too soft to... Yeah, I mean, you could have just pushed and cut off these two stones, but feels a bit too passive. Maybe with this core here, Fred, could have been better.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。残り2回です。
Yeah, you want to try to go outside. Jump, maybe there's this right away. Some core threads over here. Maybe here.
1、
Yeah, actually don't mind probably.
3、4、5、6。
Okay, let's jump over here this way. And thank you for the stream. Yeah, thanks for the comments, Toby. I'm enjoying. Thank you. Hope I can win this one. Try to continue to play okay. I mean, if white doesn't have any attacks against this kind of stones, looks tough to deal with all this. But should we play this to kind of take the core away? Could continue with something like this, try to put pressure on these two stones.
4、5、6、7、8。
Let's do that. I think these stones are not that weak. Like, you could slide here, slide this way. So it should be manageable. Maybe this is a bit overplayed, on the overplay side. Like to surround something around here looks a bit more standard. I'm saying I can peep here. I kind of switch on this side of the board, try to live on this side if white tries to kind of attack here. Interesting surround. Could we slide here? Maybe jump and attach? Super aggressive. Maybe this one?
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Let me slide here. Want to ask about the weakness over here. Because the thing is, these stones are probably okay, not that weak. And if we can kind of make a good living shape, then we can just focus on the attack profit here. White doesn't have much territory. We'll see how white responds. I mean, you could attach here and connect. Maybe playing this one to make sure. White's gonna play here maybe. Then you just connect.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。秒読みを始めます。
I think if black can connect on the first line like this, we kind of have some counterplay over here as well. It's kind of difficult to make this call. White has no call threats overall. Yeah.
1、2、3、4、
Maybe you go.
5、6、7、8、9。残り2回です。
Yeah, this one I'll connect. Turn, you could play this one and connect this way. Question is if white can play this kind of card here. Okay, so this. Maybe you play here in Hane. Or just simply Hane here. This one looks kind of the same.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Probably it's better to go this way. And this one I think you can Hane here. Cut off this stone or take these stones over here. Sack the corner in exchange of this one.
1、2、3。
It's black, you need to play this. So connect Atari here. Probably then connect or this one. It's gonna be this type of thing.
1、2、
I mean, maybe you go back
4
something around
5
here.
6。
We'll see. But yeah, you cannot like let black take this one stone. So white will need to play this. So white has this move, you need to be careful. I think you once you push through, maybe Yeah, you push through.
2、3、4、5、6、7。
Cannot play this move, I think. That looks sus. Because I extend, okay, white he can play here, but what about this move over here? I think you just capture these stones in the middle.
1、2、3、
Am I
4、
wrong?
5、6。
Then white's gonna try to make this call, I guess. Okay.
1、2。
Maybe there's this. But this call is gonna be huge if white wants to try to do this. Don't know if there's gonna be any call threats with this.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah, maybe this one.
残り1回です。
No, but this you push and then take, yeah. When in doubt, Tenuki, this looks very suspicious in this timing to go for this. I think now you just put a move and take these stones, make sure you don't have any call.
One, 2、3、
I think this is the best way.
5、6。
Now these stones are captured. Yeah, you can hane here. But even this one probably can just still jump and then block. And once this is captured, these stones are not that weak as well.
1、2、
Question is territory.
4、5、6、7。
Okay, you're gonna jump here, try to block. Hane. That proverb is I made up. When in doubt, Tenuki. I mean, it's not. Some situations it's true that you want to go for this kind of thinking. So it's not a bad framework. Yeah, you connect here. Now the problem is,
1、
if push, you can cut this one and hane.
4、5、6。
Yeah, the corner is kind of territory, but now you have these stones that are completely kind of on their own. So usually you can profit here. The question is, how do you use this one stone on this corner over here?
1、2、
Maybe should have peeped like way earlier, but
5、6。
cannot do anything about that. Whenever I look at AI, unless his correct move is Tenuki half the time. Yeah, because they're really good at like looking at the board and have like very good kind of evaluation about the kind of territory, like counting. They know how to judge positions very well. So this is why, if you wonder. I think block, and this one you can still hane and cut. But it is looking a bit weird.
4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah, maybe you block this side. White can block this way, but you can hane here. Make this kind of bad shape. I think this one you block here, and it's letting too much of black's territory. Because this, in a sense, is also taking away Aji in the corner.
1 2
Don't think I approve white strategy here to make this all territory. Maybe you can set up the people with other stone. Yeah, with this one, white will probably block, so should have this exchange at some point, but probably there wasn't.
1 2
Could have maybe played this one
4
at
5
any point, but yeah.
6
I mean, taking
7
these stones is pretty
8
nice here.
9
Almost 15 points because this is what? 5 stones. 15 points territory only here. That's pretty nice. Could Hane and descend. Could extend as well. If you don't value the kind of territory around here. But usually
1 2 3
maybe this one.
4 5 6 7 8 9
Yeah, this one I'm
残
not
り
sure.
1回です
You can simply block here, but then white can Hane. And then this is going to be settled. And if you value the kind of attack, potential attack, even if white can go here. Because what can white do?
1
Like
2
this extension,
3
there's this turn.
4
It's really annoying.
5 6
This one can
7
still bump.
8
I think you extend over here. Against this, I think you just go back. Because now it's way different. Yeah, there's not much to do over here. Comparing to Hane Hane, and this one extend block,
1
the
2
territory here is
3
completely different story. White should Hane over here for sure to make this kind of a problem. And I think you continue to Hane it this way. So against cut, probably this type of thing. Even though it looks bad. I think you want the Hane to put pressure against this kind of area.
1
Also you can Atari block,
3
kind of follow
4
up, so. Against this cut you can protect here, and if white just responds, maybe you just play here. It is not really an elegant move, but if you can protect this cut in center, so play this one and then block here, just say you have everything.
1
Looks like a good, maybe cap. Maybe it's a bit too late for that. I don't know where you meant cap. Tubby. Yeah, so block here seems really nice. Like against cut, you might able to extend.
2 3 4
But yeah, let's block here. Just say we have all the right side. I don't know how to really do things over here. Maybe attach. Could also try to poke a little bit around here, but don't know how to.
1
Actually, could play this one to not get
3
wedged.
4
I think it's good timing to do so. And Badlon, listen to me. No problem. You can ask anything. Yeah, if you wanna be solid, I guess just connect here.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
I think you
8
do so. This thing is this. Now at least this is all territory. And it's a little bit of support around here, because if this area is weak, we might get continued to attack against here. I guess count just roughly. So 10, 20, 28, 30, 32, 35, 40, 44, 48, 50, 50, 55, 70.
1、
White
2
has 20, 30.
4、5、6、
Yeah, I mean,
7
should be quite ahead, but it's not over yet. Also, I didn't count points over here. White has something like maybe 60 points if this is all territory. And we call me 65, something like
1、
this.
2、
J8. J8. Here? Yeah, if this is center against here, I could get it because you're making some points. But the problem with this move is it's unclear how valuable this would be. Because you're not making any points around here. White can still go from this side.
6、
So this kind of first line endgame you don't want to underestimate, because the value is clear between the difference if your opponent plays or if you play. And when it's early endgame like this is the timing to do so over here.
2、3
Not too early, not too late. This is the right timing to play this type of hane. Yeah, it's like 55 points. Maybe 45. Connect white to hane. Maybe you still connect because then you can peep here.
1、2、
Not sure. No.
3、4、5、6、7、8
Let's attach over here to use this one stone. So I can play this to threaten double atari. And I want to do something against here. Attach. If this one probably push. Kosumi something on here looks pretty nice as well, threatening this jump
5、6
against this rook at first. And this is not really a threat around here because it's atari, so here it's all good. Yeah, maybe Kosumi here, because white can attach this way and block, keep the points. If you play here, threaten to jump.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9
I'm happy if white is just going to respond this way, because he gained a little bit. That makes sense, maybe early in game. Yeah, I think connect here to threaten this one.
3、4、
And if play here, maybe peep.
6、7、8、9
Could be better to maybe cut here and connect, like, I wasn't sure. So this cut looks extremely big, so white probably plays something around here. And then maybe you jump around here. Keep the points in the middle somewhat.
1、2、3、4、5、6
Threaten this one. Maybe this wasn't really good the way I played here. Could have played a bit more aggressively. But yeah, cut, then connect. Could have been
3、4、
bit
5、
better.
6、7、
Let's try to peep, maybe use this kind of attach RG. Still, this is a thing. Because why can't I block this way, cut here, cut this way? Push still this here. I think black is ahead if you can play this type of moves, but also you can make some points around here, which is nice. And also some points here as well. Why more aggressive? You're winning, right?
2、3、4、
Yeah, but
5、
just to be a bit more sure.
7、8、
Because
9、
in a sense, white played both here, like this block and hane. So, in exchange for this jump in the center, yeah, maybe I'll cut and connect, or just descend here. Yeah, probably I'll play differently on this side.
4、
But at least this is pretty nice endgame from black here. You can flatten this side of the board. This might not be sente here. Yeah, might be pretty bad, this, for these two moves.
2、
But hey, you played, so cannot take back. Try to surround something around here, maybe threaten.
1、2、3、
But
4、
looks difficult.
6、7、8、
Probably extend this way. Because white is threatening this cut from this side. Maybe there's this type of thing you can do with this turn.
1、
So should be territory up to here. Yeah, it's like 55. 3,
1、
15,
2、
70,
3、
75
4、
points.
5、6、7、8、9、
50, 55. Yeah, maybe I misplayed. It's probably this one, because it could have jumped.
2、3、4、5、
Let's turn over here.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
Play it this way, something like that. Can still save this one stone if you want to. Yeah, this jump is huge. Maybe I played a bit too slowly. I feel not as much confident anymore. Yeah, this two for this.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Kind of want to try to punish this one move if it's possible. But maybe against this white will play here and so good.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Or jump. Hmm.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Maybe this was a bad move as well. Let's see. Push. What if you connect, play this here?
1、2、3、4。
My opponent is playing good endgame. I should say that. Okay, I'm gonna play this and try to attach over here. Maybe push this way once was better, but then there's here. Yeah, but against this you can play this one and cut off this one stone.
3、4、5、
Maybe Atari.
6、
Once
7、
connect.
8。
What? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. I guess there is this centi move first. I mean, if I'm behind, then I probably want to play something like this and try to capture this here.
7。
Against this, you can play this one and Hane. lose some points, but if you can threaten this cut and this cut over here,
1
the game might be flipped. Maybe you play this wedge here first. I think you do. It feels a bit liberty, so this is why I'm holding on against it.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Because you never know, maybe this is bad against here. If you can take this one to sack this area, looks good, because here even Atari take I guess you still block. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe this here.
2
Connect, play this.
4
So it connected.
5
It's not a
6
problem. Yeah, this is not really scary because now I can jump and be all okay. And against deer, you just play this one. Against wedge, you can wedge here. I feel like this might be where we won the game, fortunately. But maybe there's not much. I mean, white did kind of go through here in a big way. So when I count, seems like it's not much different. But it cut off this group. Actually, no, it's connected. Yes, in this, also here, because of this, I think this connection was pretty bad. I should have just played something like this and cut here, connect or something. Yeah, not the best game from me, for sure.
1
I think it's unfortunate because the beginning I played
go.
pretty well, I would say. But yeah, we need to finish the games well. I can block this side. Yeah, I'm a bit unhappy about this here. This probably is pretty bad. Okay, I'm gonna block here. Atari take. We can still play here and connect. It's all good. Maybe you should have played here to prevent this kind of sente. Yeah. I switched off a little bit. It's 40.
One, 2 3 4 5 6
Yeah, it's not
7
enough.
8
Man, how did we lose this game? I think we threw up a few games even earlier, like the past week, and yeah, we want to take this away, but
1
need to improve.
3 4
That's all I can say.
5 6 7 8 9
That's all I can really say. I should really count a bit more accurately to not be too relying on intuition of this kind of territory types thing.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Let's play this here. So against this one, you can kind of honey here. Play this endgame. I guess blocking here is pretty big now. Yeah, that was also pretty big, like a turn. Because now I need to connect once and also taking some points over here. Painful. Don't know how much there is to do over here. Going to try to wedge this way. Not really what to want to do, but hey, this is always white is gonna play here, why not? Guess there's this kind of here throw in type of stuff. Throw in here as well.
3、4、5、6、7。
This might be annoying when I think about it. Cut here. Cut this way, cut here. Yeah, we need to be like better in kind of winning positions, not to against kind of putting the pedal off the gas. Hope that white's kind of making this call. Good. Yes, throw in. White is playing good endgame overall. Can we play here? Still taking, I guess. The thing is, Atari always play here. Maybe there's... Actually need to play this one. Because if Atari probably need to put another move, and this is trying to take block here. Because you cannot connect, it's going to be Atari at the end.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's not much to play anyway here. Need to make sure. Actually, probably need to connect at some point. Because cutting here,
3, 4, 5.
probably need to put 2 more moves over there. So, connect. White can take in center here. At this point, I don't think it changed the results, but this is why White has played this way. They take. Yeah, this is probably the losing move. I should have just taken the points here, because actually, as you can see, White took the potential black points away and also did take this jump away in like exchange of like 4 points here, this jump. And if you play something here, it's also connected to this corner, so there's no potential attack against this group.
4.
Yeah, I don't get why it did connect here. So focus too much about this. Seems pretty. Yeah, I don't understand. It's right, yeah, 11 points and a half. Aye. Even this one, this trade probably didn't gain. Yeah, I feel horrible. So this one should have probably cut here and then connect. If you can connect here, there's no attack against this stone, and even against this you still can continue with this peep, play this here. Yeah, we should be ahead. 7.5 seems fair. Although it is still an endgame that could be close. Actually, probably want to play this Hane over here. Yeah, connecting here is pretty big. Play this B, play this here, Hane this way, and then play here. 9.5 is black. Yeah, this should be winning. Depends, like, if... But against here, I guess you just block this way, and against this push you extend. So make this kind of AB point. Maybe this one actually block here could be better. Yeah, this game, this way I think black is better, because this, when black can take these stones on the left side like this and settle, should be always kind of good enough. But yeah, did exchange these 4 points for these 2 endgame points is not going to be enough. Maybe I should try to do something here when you think about it. If this is the situation here, if you're behind, you need to create something here with this attach. Was there any... Maybe connecting could be too slow. I was thinking kind of attaching this way. But if you leave this cut, this potentially might be attacked here. Peep this. I think this is fine here. Yeah, probably just cut here and connect. And should be winning for black. Yeah, the end game here I just played like I was winning, and it's like... And yeah, white did play well overall at the end. Usually this to let's kind of take... I was feeling way too comfortable because white didn't challenge anything on this side. And I also took these stones. Maybe here, against this block, you want to actually try to reduce this top side first somewhat. When I think about it, maybe with this type of move over here, kind of protecting this cut. But yeah, I mean, kind of is annoying. Thing is, if you have some black stones over here, you might be able to use this one stone over here, maybe attach or something. Even if it's not the case, could still, for example, play a move like that. The RG is getting a bit worse though around here. Yeah, maybe you don't play this. Yeah, move around move 82. It seems like around this move count, I tend to make a lot of mistakes. Because it's either you tend to be too comfortable and play too slow, or kind of misprioritize the positions. Yeah, we need to work on our game from here. But you could say if you block and play this one, and then cut connect, and if you're winning, then maybe it's all good. But if you have more aggressive type of moves around here, you should probably choose them. I mean, I guess block is still. Maybe I underestimated this kind of top side territory from white here. So maybe not here, but something this way, as I showed before, and then maybe something here. Didn't know that white was this okay. Kind of surprised. Maybe could have continued with descent and let white kind of make this call. Because white, you kind of risk a lot. What do you have? I mean, maybe this? But then even just connect and... like this whole area seems to be in jeopardy. Yeah, but it's a different game, so I don't know. Maybe this. Could say I underestimated this Hane, but then if you don't protect here, there's always this kind of threat of this call. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you play something around here, and if white connects, then it's like whatever. You took this much over here. Yeah, let white connect this way. Then play here, for example. Looks much better. If this is going to be centered this way, then yeah, probably playing here and try to continue expanding and limiting the white side kind of territory on the top side. Yeah, so maybe this jump wasn't that big. Yeah, okay. Well, happens. Misjudgment, especially here. I think this was clear. Shouldn't have played this, but just cut and connect. And it seems like black was winning here if I play kind of solid endgame. But yeah, I want to rely less on intuition when counting here. I just thought that this is just too big for white to let, but I guess it's the same for this side of the board. This corner seems to be bigger than I thought, especially if white can play here. And yeah, playing this is probably really not good. So yeah, I'm gonna try to take something out of this game and try to improve for next time. Okay, so let me switch the screens here and show the solution for this problem. So how do you do? So you need to use this kind of weak 2 stones on the left here to try to make 2 eyes. What do you think do you need to do? So here, if you play, for example, I don't know, simple moves like this one, for example, it's actually, it is threatening. You push, throw in here Atari to kind of take these 3 stones. I think white can just play here. Actually, there's no way to make 2 eyes on this side. So if you play here, what do you think is the white move here? This could be interesting variation to show. C2, Jesrak, yep. So you wanna go for C2, yeah, it's the right move. So when black connects, you can actually cut here. Take this eye away. If you try to save this one stone, white can actually cut off here, because this one you can just take here. So yes, Jesrak, nice. You can Atari here, cut, and it's dead. So simply trying to expand space like this is not going to be enough. If this one, I guess you could play the same here and then push. It's going to be a false eye over here, because when you fail liberties at the end, it's Atari, so you need to go back and connect, and this is dead. So this one won't work, and I think once you can see that this is not really the way to go, the only move to play here is this one right here. So let's think about the continuation from here. White needs to save these 2 stones in some way. If you just honey here, then black can like pull back like this. Yeah, I'm just checking if this is the right move to go. It is actually an interesting variation. So white needs to connect something here, because if not, there's always this kind of a throw in. If connect, you can play the snapback in the corner. If take, you can Atari, continue to threaten to take here, make 2 eyes. So you need to place something on the left here. If connect, you can play this one, threaten to play this A2, take. And now you can just play here, make the eye, and live. And if, for example, white plays C2, you can actually throw in here. And if take, you can take here. And this one is snapback. So it seems to be tough, but maybe the most interesting like response against this is disconnect. Yeah, maybe I'll show directly, it's good. You can actually play b4 here first, threaten to disconnect here, and then white connects. You can actually just play this one. So don't play here, making a mistake with this. Because I think now... Actually, this might be... This might be okay with this. But yeah, the cleanest way is to block here. Because white cannot try to take the eye here on this side of the board. This just take, disconnect, and it's all good. Yeah, so there was some hidden variation, yeah, just rack, as you say. Makes sense. So the strongest response here from white is to kind of honey here. And then the only move here is to cut. White needs to save these 2 stones, so you will either atari here or here. But if you play this one, black can play this in center. If you play here, black can descend, take these 2, connect, take. This one doesn't work. So, and if take here, black can keep the eye on this side. So the strongest response here was to atari here on the bottom side. And then against this atari, actually just play here. So black is threatening to make an eye over here, so white needs to play this move. And then black cannot throw in here because white can take. So you need to take this 1 stone first. And then what do you think white needs to do here? So this is really important at the end. So this threat of like taking these 2 stones with a2 here. b4, yeah, so you need to atari b4. So if you just connect here, black can play this one and then connect here, make 2 eyes. So yeah, make a call exactly. So white needs atari, and then as black, you can actually throw in here the a2, and then it's going to be called this way. So this was the solution of this problem here. Attach here, see this hane over here, and then you play this and this call over here. So in order to see this to be the best variation, you need to read other stuff first. So this is why call problems are definitely tricky, because you need to make sure there's no kind of dead or alive kind of variations. And yeah, I think that was a cool problem to show you guys for today. Maybe I showed already back already a few months ago. But yeah, if you have like been able to read until the end here, congrats. This is not that easy to see. I would rate this probably, I don't know, 3Q problem, 3-4Q, something like that. Because what kind of black needs to do is kind of clear and try to make something out of these 2 stones and live. So this is why I would rate a bit lower than maybe you would think. But yeah, call problems are always tricky, so yeah, you need to read everything in order to reach the conclusion. So if you read every other stuff to arrive here, congrats to you. And yeah, if you can kind of sense this connection being weak already, that's a good sign. So you have good intuition about shapes. So this one kind of side effect you can have by solving a lot of problems is you can kind of sense weak kind of points of your opponents or your side as well. So it's not only about solving kind of the reading part, but actually solving problems a lot will improve you a lot about your intuition, because it's kind of pattern recognition and recognizing which shapes are weak or strong usually comes from this type of repeating problems like this. And this is why I would advocate for going for volume much more than trying to go for difficult one. So yeah, just pick a difficulty that it's not too easy for you, but you can still continue to solve a lot. And if it's some basic kind of problem or not so hard, I guess looking at the solution and then go for another time is probably a good thing as well. Yeah, there's a question of like how much do you want to take time to solve a problem. Like if it takes you more than like 10-15 minutes, maybe you can move on, see the solution and repeat maybe another time if you can solve yourself. So yeah, here I posted. If you wonder where to go and solve some problems, you have this site over here. And also goproblems.com is also pretty good if you want some site in English. So I post it again here. Oops. So if you wonder, oh, actually, I shouldn't. If you wonder where to go, click the link here. It's pretty good, and yeah, I think it's done for the day. So I'm a bit late compared to other days. Hopefully I can stream a bit earlier tomorrow, so I can maybe play 2 games rather than 1. But yeah, thanks for still being here, and hopefully enjoyed the games. And thank you for all the chat, Toby, and follows. Thank you very much. And I'll be here tomorrow at the same time. So yeah, if you can push the bell on Twitch so you know next time when I'm live, I'll be happy if you can do so. And yeah, at the end, just post the link here for my YouTube channel. It is also on my Twitch profile as well. If you wanna go click the banner, it should jump over there. So I'll be posting some content in the future on YouTube, so I'll be happy if you can go and sub over there as well, and like the videos, comment. And yeah, thanks for the yeah, chat, Jesrek, and hope I can see you tomorrow. And yeah, wasn't what I hoped for today, the result, but what we can do is always try to improve each day. So the mistakes or kind of the patterns that I keep losing are repeating, but I guess I need to just yeah, plug in holes and try to remind myself each time before playing a game that these type of things are repeating. And yeah, hopefully you still enjoyed. And let me see if there's other people streaming. Okay, maybe I could raid, but don't know if it's gonna work. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, I'll be happy if you can type in the chat. Yeah, I'll be trying to do some video about like counting in over the board. So that's one idea I have. And hi from YouTube, nice. Thanks for watching there. I actually should also say something on YouTube. Thanks very much. Okay, so hopefully it's working. Okay, so good. Yeah, so I'll be done for the day. So yeah, hopefully I can see you guys tomorrow, and have a nice day, and see you next time.